around cybersecurity. But I guarantee you that's not the reason why they want to shut down the internet. The reason is that the truth about them is coming out, and the truth about who the real Jews are, who are the Israelites, which are the chosen people of the Lord, is coming out, and they can't deal with that because that directly threatens them. That threatens their position of power on the planet Earth, and that threatens them as controllers, as rulers. So that's the main reason why they want to shut down the internet. Let this guy continue.
Tomorrow, a full committee hearing on cybersecurity. And this comes within our purview on this committee. And I mean, not trying to be dramatic about it, when the internet was invented, everybody fell flat in their face. They were so thrilled. And the world began to do business in a different way. Now, both the President Bush's Director of National Intelligence, Mike McConnell, who I greatly respect, and President Obama's Director of National Intelligence, Admiral Blair, who I greatly respect, have labeled cybersecurity perpetrated through the internet as the #1 national hazard of attack on the homeland in West Virginia, in West Virginia, America, or anywhere else. So, I mean, it really almost makes you ask the question, would it have been better if we'd never invented the internet and had to use paper and pencil or whatever? And that's a stupid thing to say, but it has genuine consequence, because it's on the internet that these acts of shutting down, you know, they have the television saying that, ads every day saying that the Department of Defense is attacked 3 million times a day, and it's true. Everybody is attacked. Anybody can do it. People say, well, it's China and Russia, but there could be, you know, some kid in Latvia doing the same thing. I mean, it's an individual act. It doesn't require a sleeper cell. It doesn't require any, you know, ammonia or explosives. It's just an act. And yet it's an act which can shut this country down. Shut down its electricity system, its banking system, shut down really anything that we have to offer. It is an awesome problem. On the Intelligence Committee, we were taken for a full day to discuss, to a undisclosed place in Virginia to discuss this. It is a fearsome, awesome problem, to speak. I mean, obviously it's broader than that too. I wonder where this stands with you, what your thoughts are, and what you think we ought to be doing about it.
Senator, cybersecurity is obviously...
Yeah, he says it's an awesome problem. Yeah, it's an awesome problem for them that the truth is coming out on them. You know, this guy is lying through his teeth, all right? Jay Rockefeller. Yeah, this guy here is lying through his teeth. And by the way, he's a so-called Jew, so that right there lets you know what's going on. You notice he said anybody can wreak havoc on the government of the United States through the internet. That's a damn lie. I can't do it, and the majority of people that listen to this video can't do it. You have to be trained to do that, and most likely the people that train you how to, bring chaos maybe through the internet to the government is by the government itself. Like I said, a lot of these, like he mentioned the term sleeper cell, a lot of these sleeper cells are nothing but offshoots of the secret Illuminati elite, all right? So, basically the truth is coming out in these devils and they can't handle it. So Mr. Rockefeller, the devil himself, says that he wants the internet, or says that the internet should have never been invented. Alright, let's move to the next frame. So now you have something in some legislation being passed to shut down the internet. There's a buzzword, it's called the kill switch. is what you're looking at here. This is from a web page called Threat Level. Internet kill switch legislation back in play. Let's read a little bit about that. It says legislation granting the president internet killing powers. You remember what J. Rockefeller said should have never been invented. So now there's this huge consideration by the Illuminati elite to do away with the internet. Legislation granting the president internet killing powers is to be reintroduced soon to a Senate committee. The proposal's chief sponsor told Wired.com on Friday. The resurgence of the so-called kill switch legislation came the same day Egyptians faced an internet blackout designed to counter massive demonstrations in that country. And later I have a clip that I'll play. You had a guy by the name of Henry Macau that basically said that these riots that jumped off in Egypt were basically controlled by or created by the global elite, which proves my point, the point I made earlier. And that is what people are finding out, and that is what the elites can't handle. It's called a conspiracy for a reason. The word conspiracy comes from the Latin meaning to breathe together. These men got together and since 1776 with this guy Adam Weishaupt. Since 1776 they have gotten together throughout the years, the different descendants, direct descendants, and they have gotten together to bring one plan into being, and that is the New World Order. And when you do research about the New World Order, it's about direct control over all people. But to go even deeper, it's really the elites of Esau trying to get back their birthright. That's really what it's all about. So the people are waking up and finding out about this conspiracy through the internet, and that's why they want to shut it down. Right? That's the main truth. That's what Rockefeller wasn't saying. He's used the guise of cybersecurity as the reason. That's not the reason, trust me. It is not the reason. The reason is that the truth is coming out and they can't handle it, especially the truth about them. Alright, I know I'm repeating myself, but that's the thought that you got to get into your head. Alright, especially us brothers that are out there teaching the word. And that's another thing too. They want to shut us down. That's the main reason why they want to kill the internet, because we're out. You have all these camps popping up. They're bringing out the truth, and they can't handle it. Right? Because people are waking up. Okay, let me go back to this webpage here. The bill, which has bipartisan support, is being floated by Senator Susan Collins, the Republican ranking member on the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee. See, it's that same body of ruling elite that want to do this. The proposed legislation, which Collins said would not give the president the same power Egypt's Hosni Mubarak is exercising to quell dissent. And Hosni Mubarak was part of the Illuminati elite, is part of the Illuminati elite. So he was given orders to shut down the internet. And that's the exact same thing that they're going to do over here. When the riots jump off, when the shit hits the fan, so to speak, they're going to order that the internet be shut down. Alright? So, what do you brothers, you that are out there that act like little girls gossiping, what are you going to do when that happens? You've been wasting your time, you're on Facebook, you're gossiping, you're acting like little girls. What are you going to do when that happens, when the internet is shut down? The internet is just a medium. Those brothers that are serious-minded about the truth is just a medium for us to get this truth out. That's all it is. It's not for you to be overly comfortable on the internet, man. And like we always tell you in the truth, comfort is the enemy. You want to be comfortable to a degree where you can function, but you don't want to be too comfortable. And a lot of you so-called brothers that are on the internet gossiping like little girls, you're a bit too damn comfortable. Anyway, reading on, it says Egypt's Hosni Mubarak is is exercising to quell dissent. Let me read this again. The proposed legislation, which Collins said would not give the president the same power Egypt's Hosni Mubarak is exercising to quell dissent, sailed through the Homeland Security Committee in December but expired with the new Congress weeks later. The bill is designed to protect against significant cyber threats before they cause damage, Collins said. Yeah, she's singing the same old song that Jay Rockefeller sang. Cyber damage, cyber security. But that's just the guise. They're told to say that. That's not the real reason. Alright? Let's go to the next frame. Obama Internet Kill Switch Plan approved by the U.S. Senate panel. President could get power to turn off Internet. A U.S. Senate committee has approved a wide-ranging cyber security bill. Again, that's the guys that some critics have suggested would give the U.S. president the authority to shut down parts of the Internet during a cyber attack. And the main reason too why they want to do it is control over the people. See, when the people have information, then it's a little difficult to control them. But if they have no information, then it's very easy to control them. And that's another reason why they want to shut this thing down. And the main, we're speaking about the brotherhood, the main ones that's going to be affected is brothers that have been lollygagging and been bullshitting. You're going to be affected by it because you won't have the information, because you've been like the parable Yahushua taught about the 5 that were wise and the 5 that were foolish. The 5 that were wise, they took the oil, meaning they took the knowledge, they took time out to research and understood the, certain mysteries, and they buckled down, to learn this truth. But the 5 that were foolish, they basically lollygagged, alright, for lack of a better term, and didn't get understanding. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. You got these guys out there that believe that Cornelius is not an Israelite. They're part of the 5 that are foolish, or they believe. You got some morons who call themselves Israelites, but they believe that Yahushua wasn't born of the seed of David. They believe in that immaculate deception BS. They're likened unto the 5 that were foolish. Or the main thing is that they don't believe that you're going to have Israelites coming out of the different nations that are scattered among the nations. So they're likened unto the 5 that are foolish. So the shutdown of the Internet is definitely going to affect them, because they're going to be looking for the answers and they won't find the answers. And we're going to, go into that in the latter part of the lesson. Reading on, it says, Senator Joe Lieberman, he was one of the men, another so-called Jew. He was one of the main guys that was behind controlling or censoring the Internet. Now they just want to shut it down. Senator Joe Lieberman and other bill sponsors have refuted the charges that the Protecting Cyberspace as a National Asset Act gives the president an Internet kill switch. Instead, the bill puts limits on the powers the president already has to cause the closing of any facility or stations for wire communication in a time of war, as described in the Communications Act of 1934. See, now there's a piece of legislation that was written for more control, the Communications Act of 1934, and this is way before the invention of the Internet. So it's always been on the books, alright? It's all about control. Okay? It says, they said in a breakdown of the bill published on the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee website. So there you have it, in the event of what went down over there in Egypt happens over here in America, which is going to happen. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. They have the power to kill the Internet. So like I say, you so-called brothers out there that are gossiping like little girls, acting like black women in drag, what are you going to do when the Internet is shut down? So you think about that. You guys that are out there bullshitting. You think you'll always have the internet to